We finally made it to the offseason, and it's been a journey. It has been a journey to say the least. Not a great way to kind of end out the year. We took a big slide. I believe we ended on a 5-game losing streak. I mean, it was a tough season for us. I mean, we started off well, and then we just hit the slide, and it just did not. Yeah, 5-game losing streak to end the year out. Giants followed our footsteps with a 4-game losing streak, so yeah, I mean, it was definitely a tough way to finish out the year. Not what we were looking for. We are right now currently in the wild card race. Oh, not race, but we're in the wild card round. But yeah, it's unfortunate, man. When Fields got hurt in that Charger game, that just kind of really ended any like hope that we had. Hoping that we might actually have a chance to make a solid run here this year. And then PJ Walker, he came in, did okay, and then he kind of imploded some, and then he would come back and do okay again, and then it just was like, had enough. Then we turned over to Bajent. Bajent got no, pass protection at all, and then he would miss fires on throws, so it is what it is, but it is the off-season video today. I don't want to, dwell on stuff too much. We do have something to do, though, before we advance this week. Y'all already know by the title of the video, though. We're cleaning house. We are letting everybody go. Might not be necessarily fair for Eberflus and his staff after just 2 years, especially one of those years being a blow-up year. But we are cleaning house, and there's a very specific reason why. Kind of feel like, if you think you can get better than what you have your head coach, maybe there's an opportunity you should, depending on how good your head coach is. I mean, Eberflus kind of, nothing crazy, especially in real life. But, yeah, I'm just taking the decision. We're running as Kevin Warren. Warren said he's seen enough. Not much improvement, especially going on a 5-game losing streak, despite you losing your quarterback to end the year. So we are making a big move, and we are cleaning house. It's in the wrong area first. But yeah, we're firing everybody. Matt Eberflus has been canned, along with the rest of the staff. Just not good enough. Wish it could have went a little bit better, but it is what it is. So we will be hiring a new head coach, and there's one specific guy I got my eye on. And for all I know, it sounds like there's some rumors, floating around there that he potentially could end up out of his job. Don't think they'll fire him, but maybe there's a partner of ways. And that is none other than head coach Mike Tomlin. Now, there's some other guys here, too. Frank Wright was also fired. Fired in real life, too, before the season even ended. Mark Vrabel got canned. Ron Rivera, another one we expect to get fired. Bowles might get fired. We don't know. We'll see how that ends up. And now we got Eberflus down here. So we got 6 head coaching open vacancies. And for us, I want Tomlin. And if Steelers fans seriously don't want Tomlin, I guarantee you there'll be several other teams out there that'll be lining up for Mike Tomlin services. And we're bringing him on. For offensive coordinator, we're going to bring in Kevin McGovern. McGovern? I don't know how you pronounce his last name. He's going to bring us in 63 hiring points. Looks like he was on the New England staff, and I don't know if his contract got let go or what, but I like what he has in his talent tree already. Got stuff for the line. He's got stuff for the quarterbacks already loaded up. He's also got an interesting one. He's got stuff for running backs as well, but it's like the juke move stuff. And spin move, change of direction, agility, acceleration and stuff too. So that's a little more different. I feel like I normally don't see that one too often, but yeah, I'm going to bring on Kevin. So see, and I might try something different. I might go with whatever I don't know if I should go with Tomlin's more like he lets his coordinators dictate the stuff, so kind of more of a defensive coach anyway, but I might allow McGovern to kind of be more of the offensive coordinator, and we stick with his playbook. He knows the New England book, so I think I'm going to go that route with this, and we're trying to link up, a 3-4 coordinator. 84 points, that's nice to have, but Scott Anderson, okay, that could be one, so we're going to keep looking here, going to go through all these, and we'll figure out who our D coordinator is going to be. You know what? Kind of thought about it for a little bit, but I think we're just going to go ahead and bring on, I guess, who was Tomlin's D coordinator over in Pittsburgh, Craig Taylor. Now, we know that's not their actual D coordinator, so all these coordinators, for whatever reason, are fake. So we're going to bring him on. Going to give us a 69 hiring bonus here, and he's already got stuff in his talent tree. I like the fact that, he's got some stuff for the outside linebackers here, but we might have to reset this anyway because I prefer going down this route instead of I feel like this is more for the interior linebackers, but we got stacked box too, so, we can get some stuff for the linebackers here as well. Then we got man second. I normally run zone, but, it's in the end of the world. So we're going to hire Craig Taylor, and we got our coaching staff figured out. Mike Tomlin is now the new head coach of the Chicago Bears. And he's bringing along Kevin McGovern and Craig Taylor, who he had on his last staff. So, be interested to see how this all shakes out for us. But, hey, I ain't mad about it getting Mike Tomlin here, man. Let's get it. Let's run this thing. All right, let's see who advanced to the divisional round and who's getting ready to play for the championship game. And it looks like the Jets end up beating the Texans 26-20. The Ravens fall upset by the Broncos 26-21. The Broncos are now taking on the Jaguars. They go to Jacksonville. And the Chiefs in a good one. So the whole AFC side was pretty damn solid. Chiefs end up winning 28-21 over Burrow. They'll be playing in New York versus Aaron Rodgers and company. To the NFC side of things, the Seahawks in a good one with their rivals, 24-17 over the Rams. Another good one with the Falcons, upsetting that 6-3 boy. Both upsets, 24-21 as they take care of the Saints. And the Packers able to defeat the Philadelphia Eagles. You hate to see it. 29-21. Although we know when Green Bay plays those NFC West teams, they not a big fan of it. So, Seattle, rooting for y'all. Y'all go get the win. Everybody else really don't give a damn about it. As long as Green Bay don't win this damn Super Bowl, especially with freaking Jordan Love. Here we go, and you gotta be bleeping me. And crazy, the Jags are actually going to the AFC Championship game. That is crazy. Trevor Lawrence has got them moving well. The Jets 31-17 over the Chiefs. Not much going on for Patrick Mahomes in that one. Cowboys in a kind of a low-scoring defensive battle. Both NFC games are pretty low-scoring. 35 points scored in that Packers-Seattle game, and only 34 in the Dallas and Falcons game. So I imagine, based off history in my previous ones with the Titans, Cowboys are probably going to win this game and end up more than likely winning this damn Super Bowl. Who they end up playing, I don't know. I'm not used to seeing the Jags or the Jets up here. It's normally the Ravens making that far run, or the Chiefs. So, interested to see who ends up in the Super Bowl here. And let's go ahead and keep it on moving. Who's going to the... Oh, well, we already know. It's the Jaguars versus the Cowboys. How did they get there, though? The Jaguars absolutely throttled the Jets. Who knew Jacksonville had taken care of business at home would take care of Aaron Rodgers like that in a very good NFC Championship game? The Cowboys take out the Packers 31-28. Jordan Love gave it his all, boy. You would have thought the Packers won this game. Only one touchdown pass from Dak Prescott. So, wow, the Cowboys 31-28 is the final. They're going to the Super Bowl, and it's a 1 seed versus 1 seed matchup. Crazy. Should be interesting. Before we move on, though, we do have the Pro Bowl roster to take a look at here. We'll see who representing, see if we got anybody out here for us. Not really worried about who's all on the roster, just seeing if we had anybody make it. DJ Moore is going to get in there. Wide receiver number 4. Let us see that we got somebody there. So that's one guy. Besides that, the rest of the squad, I know we ain't got no damn offensive lineman on there. That almost never happens for me. And defensively, Tremaine Edmonds. You love to see it. It's going to be middle linebacker 1. So maybe that ends up bumping him up. I think he's only a star. So maybe he gets up to superstar. And no corners on the list. Eddie Jackson made it. Oh, okay. Jaquan Brisker there. Santos, not surprised on that one. And we do not have any return men in the game. Robbie Gold's over there. Shout out Robbie, great career. Ended up retiring not long ago in real life, like a week or two ago maybe. But okay, so what we end up with? Santos, Brisker, Eddie Jackson, Tremaine Edmonds made it, and DJ Moore made it. So is that 5 guys? So not bad. Mostly the back end. I'm kind of surprised by Eddie. I didn't think he would be a guy that ends up making it to the Pro Bowl this year. But, hey, I'm not going to complain, man. Hey, let's keep this thing moving. Let us see it. Let's go ahead and move on and advance to the Super Bowl week. All right. We do have some awards to take a look at. Dak Prescott wins the MVP, and his team is in the Super Bowl. Trevor Lawrence comes 5th. Coach of the Year belongs to Doug Peterson. Offensive Player of the Year for the AFC is Josh Allen. Defensive Player of the Year, Max Crosby. Offensive Rookie of the Year is Marvin Mims. And Defensive Rookie of the Year belongs to Will Anderson Jr. in the AFC. NFC-wise, Dak gets Offensive Player of the Year as well. CeeDee Lamb, teammate right behind him. Aaron Donald's going to do Defensive Player of the Year. Tremaine Edmonds is going to end up as a runner-up. That sucks. Briscoe's also up there. He had his name in the running, sitting there at 8. Offensive Rookie of the Year, unfortunately, belongs to Jaden Reed, so he's probably going to get a depth trait boost. Tyler Scott finished 8th for us. And Defensive Rookie of the Year belongs to Brian Branch, the safety with the Detroit Lions. They had a couple guys up here. Jack Campbell also here. And Tyree Stevenson, unfortunately, going to finish 6th for us. So that sucks. And not really worried about the rest of these player awards. I mean, if we got anybody up here that won, okay, Tremaine Edmonds got best linebacker, and I'm sure we got. Oh no, we did. Santos is the wow. Santos came fourth, and he still got the Pro Bowl. But all good. Didn't want to look at that stuff too much. Wasn't worried about the AFC side of things. We looked at what we mainly wanted to look at. But then we go ahead and advance. Let's see who ends up winning the Super Bowl, and let's officially hop into the offseason. Did the Jaguars claim their very first Super Bowl in their franchise's history, or is it the Cowboys getting another? It's the Jaguars! Wow, a dominating win. Trevor Lawrence has got it done. 45-28 is your final. Travis Etienne. He's the one who gets it. Wow. Super Bowl MVP. He must have went off in that game. Well, congratulations to the Jacksonville Jaguars on getting their very first Super Bowl win. Wouldn't have thought it, but boy, they straight up dominated the Cowboys in that one. Just want to take a quick look, and boy, T-Law, he lit it up too. 303 yards, 2 touchdowns. He did throw a pick. Got sacked once. Dak Prescott just not the best day out there, really. Only 186 yards. Sounded like they had him in a box, but ETN 155 yards and a touchdown. Honestly, man, Tank Bigsby looked like he got robbed of the MVP. 3 touchdown runs? Average 7.4 yards a carry? I mean, dang, Tank got a little gripe right there. He the one who need to be headed to Disney. Who knew going into this, the Jaguars would be the winner of that one? We got some retirements we'll take a look at here. Let's see who is going to be leaving the game. Got Case Keenum leaving, Jerry Hughes, Mason Crosby, Tannehill has retired. Pat Pete and Cam Hayward are gone. DeMario Davis and Cam Jordan are gone. That's 2 big ones for the Saints. Kevin Zettler is gone for the Ravens. Brian Hoyer. Oh, Linval Joseph. Sue is gone. Wow, he was on the Akeem Hicks. Why were you in Green Bay? Oh, Akeem, come on now. You're better than that. Rodgers hangs it up. Okay, well, the Jets are done. We got to think they're going to be looking at quarterback. Tyrod is officially done. Sappho gets his ring and bounces. Yeah, Calais Campbell wraps it up. Brandon Graham and Lane Johnson. Okay, so Kelsey looks like he's going to stick it out another year potentially. Calvin Noy. We got some very notable names up here that have calling it up. Lavonte Davis gone. Shout out my boy Robbie Gold. Mercedes Lewis. I had a feeling he was going to end up retiring on this game. I knew he wasn't coming back. Davis Murray. Yeah, I got some guys here in free agency too. So, yeah, interesting. Okay, well, some notable names up there. A lot of people, if y'all follow the NFL, you probably know most of those names that were there. But we do got some player upgrades. I imagine most of this is just going to end up being practice squad guys. So if there's anybody notable, I'll show it. If not, I'm going to cut it. All right, no upgrades. So we're just going to go ahead and move on to re-signing players. And for sure, there's one specific one we're bringing back, and that is going to be Darnell Mooney. We need to go ahead and see if we can convince him to stay. I don't know what his thing was. I don't recall if and we got mock draft 3. We'll get into that in a little bit. But I don't know if he was hard to bring back or not. Jalen Johnson jumped up to superstar. Okay, well, we definitely got to bring Jalen back there. I was thinking about bringing him back anyway. But, yeah. Fields, I'm going to pick up his option. I don't know why he's not in. What is he disappointed about? It bet not say anything about mentor. Current or projected depth? Huh? That makes no sense. That literally does not make any sense. He's not projected 7th on the depth chart. What, is it because he's on IR? Is that why? I'm going to do you out for another couple weeks. You'll be fine, man. Chin up. Anyway, let's start negotiating. I don't know how he jumped up to superstar, but he did. But I'm not complaining about it. We'll go team or player friendly. See if we can bring him back. He wants to be in a warm weather state. Where I can tell you one thing: you in the wrong place about that one. Okay, well, Jalen Johnson's back. I know it was kind of giving him hell the last few weeks, but he was playing under his capabilities because I know that shit. Darnell Mooney. We'd love to bring him back as well. We'll go player friendly as well because I don't want to be losing my guys. So, damn it, he's trying to test free agent. Damn it, Darnell. We can't franchise tag you either. That is too big of a tag. I'm going to go ahead and pick up Justin Fields' 5th-year option. Heck, if anything, I'd rather Darnell accept it and then we franchise Jalen because there's a good chance that's happening in real life too anyway. Everybody else here, though, I think I'm good with letting him walk, and then we'll kind of pick up from there. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of guys here. Santos is an interesting one. Let's see. What is his 97 kick power? I mean, I would like to bring somebody in younger and develop them. Pretty much like I did on Titans with Nicholas Grayson. Might be the better route. If anything, Santos will be there, so in free agency, I imagine. So I'm not, pressed about it, but I don't know. If I click franchise tag, is it going to just straight up offer him 22.7 for Mooney? Oh, man. That is not. We're going to have to let him test. We're going to have to try and fight for him in free agency because, damn. And he doesn't even want to come back either. So that's going to make this even a lot harder. Because right now, who we got? DJ Moore, Tyler Scott, and Velus Jones leading the charge for us. Like, oh, my. Because Equimanus is going to be bound. So we damn sure would never bring Claypool back. All right. That sucks. Let's see what Mock Draft 3 is talking about for us. Let's see what we're... Oh, okay. So we are in the top 5 here with the Carolina pick, so that's nice to see. Unfortunately, the guy I'm really interested in, we might have to end up moving up for because Pittsburgh apparently projected for him. Y'all need to back y'all ass up, Pitt. Y'all already got a good pass rush over there. I know y'all just lost Hayward, but y'all be okay. And who is the other guy? Oh, okay. So we're top 15. Got us with a D tackle there. I don't know what we're gonna do with that pick specifically, but we'll see when we get there. Can't believe it, Mooney. You mother... Who's in the free agency pool? Rashawn Gary's here. Oh, snap. That's nice. I know I was talking about I wanted to trade for Sweat, and it still might be a good idea to do. Let me see. I mean, I can actually probably just force the trade and end up working out. But okay, this was the deal. It was just a second-round pick. There was nothing else to it. See if they just end up taking it. Very close on it, so I think we can just kind of throw force trade on and it ends up working out for us. So, and that's what we're going to end up doing. I mean, we don't have anything else really to... They need a quarterback, apparently. Sometimes they don't want either one of these two guys either, so... Yeah, so... And that's another good thing. Oh, man, this might be a nice offseason. Let me get back to this. We finna make some shit work. All right, so this should, I imagine, get it done here. So, second round pick for Montez Sweat. Sounds like a good deal for us and them, which just trying to keep this, wanting to keep it somewhat realistic. Honestly, I mean, we need as much stuff on our end anyway, so that's fine with me. Even though, man, we could probably got him for a lot less than a second rounder, but that's fine. We can probably find a way to get our second pick back if we end up trading out. But, yeah, I'm excited. But let's go ahead and hop into free agency here, and let's see if we can swing some deals. All right, so we got $75.6 million worth of cap space to play with. There are 4 teams interested in Rashawn Gary. I feel like we got a lot of things going for us, and boy, woof, that's a big contract. All right, so we kind of moved some things around here. So we do have now the first pick for him, but I believe that deal actually got extended to like a 7-year deal or something like that. So, yeah, maybe not the best for us. Looks like Mike Williams has also hit free agency. They're not really that interested in us. For whatever reason, Odell is extremely interested in coming to us. Keenan Allen is here as well. Quarterbacks, Kirk Cousins made it. Brissett, Baker Mayfield's down here. Running back room is pretty decent right now, but I'm not really, overly concerned. Could bring Cordell Patterson back. Mooney is here as well, and there are 3 offers for Darnell Mooney. Man, I really hate it, man. We really gonna lose out on Mooney. That sucks. We could bring Donovan Peoples-Jones, who is pretty much a younger Mooney. He's a lot taller than him, but, he's also a guy that, good speed. Mooney's a 93 speed, though. And Odell, I wouldn't mind. Odell might not be bad. We might be able to get him in cheap. Because we might have to bring in a couple wideouts. Allen Robinson apparently interested in coming back. Could bring in Van Jefferson actually might be a sneaky one to bring in. But we're also probably going to end up drafting some people, too. Or at least one guy. Oh, my boy Jawan Jennings. Shout out UT. All right, so yeah, there's probably this wide receiver room finna look a whole lot different. Tonyan's interested in coming back. We might end up actually doing that just because we lost 2 tight ends, so we might end up even also drafting a tight end depending how everything flows. All right, so kind of got who we want targeted here. We got Rashawn Gary on this list. Odell Beckham Jr., Michael Pierce, and Van Jefferson. I took a look at McGovern versus Whitehair. Whitehair stats are still better, so I guess we'll keep rocking out with Whitehair until we find a replacement. But hopefully, these things end up working out for us. Got quite a bit of cap room. We're going to go ahead and evaluate the offers here and hopefully end up bringing somebody home. And big spender. And we do land Rashawn Gary. So Christian Wilkins is going to be joining the division. That ain't cool. Let's get it. We will gladly take it. Van Jefferson right now is the only one who we don't know about. And we have got everybody else under contract. So that is good stuff for us. Hopefully Van decides to, go ahead and come along, man. Come on, man. Let's go ahead and get this thing moving in the right place, man. And Van has officially signed on as well. So Honestly, I think free agency wise, we're gonna leave it here for now. Hey, we only got 22 mil left of cap space, but I also think for the most part, we can kind of handle a lot of the needs we need to in the draft. So, yeah, we'll move on there. So let's get it, man. Got some big names coming to the Shy, and not only that, we've stolen one of the better players from our arch rival. So I always love to see that too. But let's get it. Hopefully everything works out for us. I want to kind of get a look at the free agencies and people who got signed, but it looks like Mike Williams is going to Detroit. So now Mike Williams being paired up with Amon-Ra St. Brown. So that's not what we want to see. Especially, it looks like our division was extremely busy. Christian Wilkins ends up signing in Minnesota. We already knew that part. Keenan Allen goes down to Houston. Bobby Wagner signs on with the Lions as well. Darnell Mooney ends up in Pittsburgh. Wow. Patrick Queen signs on with the Texans. So, yeah, we're seeing some guys out here. Looks like another one. Marcus Peters ends up going to Minnesota. Peter getting up in age, though. Randall Pitt ends up signing with the Bengals. Devin White to the Eagles. Devin's definitely been good for us in our Titans franchise. That is for sure. AJ Dillon goes to the Vikings as well. Sean Moore, Pittsburgh and Minnesota all over them. So the Lions. My gosh, how many people did Minnesota sign? Sweet jeez. The Lions and Christian Fulton goes back to the Titans. Okay, I guess he wants to stay. Claypool goes to the Lions. Well, that ain't good for them. If anything's going to be better for us. Kirk Cousins takes over at quarterback for the Titans. Wow. Justin Jones, our player, ends up going there. My goodness. The Lions are literally all over the place with the signings. My gosh. All right. So, got our draft board somewhat set. I think we got we only got like 14 players on here. So, McDowell, he's probably our number one guy. I'm still a little unsure about him with that round of 1 or 2 talent. That kind of might scare us off from actually wanting to trade up. If he does fall to us at 4, we'll take him. If not, I might even end up trading back. I do like Isaiah Craig too. His stats look pretty damn solid. Also, look at the speed, y'all. 4.25. I had him already on the board, but I didn't really pay attention to the stats of the corners. And then I saw 4.25. I was like, whoop! Oh my goodness. So this dude might be the guy to go after. I know we just re-signed Jalen. I know we got Tyree Stevenson, Kyler Gordon, but boy, this dude might end up being better than all of them. Don't know for sure, but that speed is very, very, very intriguing to look at. Take a look at his skills. We got most of them. Got B-zone, B-man. Play rec, wish that was a little bit higher. He's going to have A to B awareness off the rip. Catching's an A, so that's always nice to see. So, yeah, Levi Jordan is also another guy I end up putting up here. He's projected first round. And it's not his stats or anything crazy. He's got a C power moves, but his and D block shit, but his his 3 cone drill was really, really good, which is also something that's kind of notable for these DNs, and so was the 20-yard. But 40 not the best, but I mean, once again, he's a DN, so I mean, that's not the end of the world. 6'4", 255. Unfortunately, we don't have his finesse moves unlocked, which is a B to a D. My guess is, since he's a speed rusher, that's likely going to be on the B side, or it's not going to be D. But he's also another one I might want to keep an eye on just in case. Out of Alabama, could be a guy that's pretty solid. We got Marvin Pratt in another corner down here, which they were at the A. He's the one who's the A man, coverage B. Good speed, but it's just kind of okay. But they're 4.5, but that's probably somewhere in the 80s. Maybe not. It's not what Isaiah Craig was. That's for sure. Got Mike James here as well. 4.51, and honestly, I kind of kept him up here more for the skills. I mean, it's got A man, so honestly, I think we're gonna go ahead and drop Mike off. It's between Isaiah Craig and Marvin Pratt, and Isaiah Craig if he's there when we pick again. So he's not gonna be our first pick, but if McDowell's not, but I don't know. We'll have to see how this ends up falling. Jamal Gallery is the guy that I am interested in. 6'6" out of Arkansas. Look at him, 4.62 speed. 35 on the bench press. Now his 3 cone. Now that was the difference between him and the last guy. I forget what his name was. Yeah, Levi. Levi's 3 cone and 20-yard shuttle were really, really good. So that's where they're kind of having their big difference. But Jamal does have the A power moves. So don't know. He's also projected around 1 or 2. So that's also, if we can move back, maybe if we don't get McDowell, we might be able to recover a 2nd round pick and maybe we claim him back later. I don't know, but And they have us taking him pick 4, so don't know. Maybe he is supposed to be top 5 talent. I mean, who the hell knows? Braylon Dyson. He is one of the guys we brought in for a private workout. We have him fully scouted out now. He is a center. He could be a replacement for Whitehair. He doesn't really have the strength, but I mean, looks like he moves well for the most part. Skill wise, A run block power, A pass block power, B run block, A impact, A lead, B. Only thing he really kind of struggles with is the finesse stuff. So he's not maybe the best at pulling and stuff, but I like what we got out of him. We already looked at Felix Casey. Darren Mitchell is another guy we've looked at before. He's extremely strong. So Dante Ford, I had him on the list, and then I took him off, and then I said, well, let's throw him back on here. I mean, if he's somebody that ends up falling, it's not bad. A pass block, finesse, A pass block power. Only issue is with him, he's just not that strong. I mean, he threw 28 reps, 25 reps at the combine. He's just kind of weak. So don't know if he would actually be able to hang at left tackle. He might be a guy that might have to get kicked in the guard. Then threw on some tight ends and some running backs now. CJ, I believe it's Bridges. I think this is the running back. He's a power back, but yeah, look at that 4.36 speed as a power back. That might be a nice little steal. I was talking about, we're kind of fine in running back, but boy, if he's there in one of these later round picks, that might not be a bad one to consider. But yeah, those are the guys we're kind of taking an eye on. We're going to hopefully come away with some new Chicago Bears here, and hopefully they all are going to end up being part of the future and possibly part of a Super Bowl run. But without further ado, let's hop into the NFL draft. And the New England Patriots with the number 1 pick here in the 2024 draft. They're projected to take that wide receiver first overall. Let's see if they do, or maybe they surprise everybody and go with a quarterback if they're done with Mac Jones and Bailey Zappi. And they are going to go with Matthew Bankston, the wide receiver out of Alabama. Looked very solid. Didn't have as much stuff on him, but I mean, he looked like he was going to ended up being a solid pick. Cardinals up next. And the Cardinals do go Alex Booth. That was a guy I had intrigue on early on, and then as we started getting more info on him, I just kind of like, and combine stuff. I was like, man, Alex Booth might end up being normal dev. So here we go. Honestly, I'm gonna pause the draft real quick. I'm curious what it would take to move up. To move up one spot, Pittsburgh got to be drunk. And then this got to be the worst one of all. This first and next year first. And for whatever reason, we're projected 1. I don't know why that's the case, but okay. It's not worth it. I mean, he might end up being an X factor. Then it would be like, okay, yeah, it was worth it. But yeah, we're just gonna let Pitt do their thing. Maybe he ends up falling. I don't know. But let's see who the Steelers end up taking here. Is it gonna be our guy McDowell? It is. So we'll have to take a look at McDowell at the end of this. Fortunately, not gonna fall to us, and we are sitting now at pick number 4. And yeah, we could move out. We could stay here and take our next guy. Who do we have? I believe it was Isaiah Craig. And I believe Craig wasn't projected to go into outside the top 10. So I guess we'll take a look back and see what we can do. By trading out of here. Tampa Bay drone. They're not even trying to give us a first this in here. Wow, we have straight up crap worth of picks. I mean, my goodness, man. I mean, we could trade back with the Vikings, but who wants to give the Vikings anything extra? Falcons giving up 2 first rounders, but that's a little further back than I'm really willing to go. But as a matter of fact, I didn't pause it. Let me pause this just in case. We still got a minute left, but I did forget though. We do have another first round pick, so if we do need to mess around with some stuff, we still are able to. But shoot, I wasn't really wanting to move that far back. Was hoping also to recuperate a second round pick. Tampa Bay might. I mean, to move out the first round completely though, that I'm not sure I'm a big fan of. It might be Minnesota to move with. I guess we're gonna make the deal. We'll do it with the Vikings. Hopefully, it's not moving too far back, and we still got some of the guys on our board that we were very interested in seeing. But all right, Vikings, who did y'all come all the way up here to come move for? They came up for a quarterback. Trevor Widener is who they'll end up selecting. So the first quarterback is off the board, and he's going to Minnesota. Just allow them to potentially get their next franchise quarterback. Well, hopefully that doesn't come back to bite us. First offensive lineman is off the board, going to Tampa Bay. The Tennessee Titans are going to take Nicholas Fant, outside linebacker here, Our pick is coming up here soon, the next few picks. And there goes Levi Jordan. So that was a guy we had. I'll be interested to see how he ends up panning out. Alabama ends up going down to Miami. And they don't. Okay, Alfonso Randolph is off the board. DN out of Virginia Tech. And I think, well, I guess we'll see if any other trade offers back here or not. I'm not going to stay in here. And the Vikings willing to trade again. Who do y'all want now? Like, sheesh. But I'm not trading this pick. Like I said, that Isaiah Rodgers dude just looks too good to pass up to potentially. I feel like he was projected to go to the Lions in that mock draft. So, to take him away, that speedy-ass corner, man, they already got Jamison Williams to deal with speed-wise, too. So, yeah. Isaiah Craig out of Northwestern. He's 5'11". Not the tallest, but, you know, it's all good. They can still lock down around that. Especially with the speedy ass. 22-year-old out of Northwestern. Man-to-man corner. Hey, you don't have to move too far, man. Staying in the shy. Hitting Dev, you love to see it. 95 speed, 94 acceleration, 95 change of direction. Which his jumping was a little bit higher, but not too shabby. Isaiah Craig. I still don't understand why Madden, when you draft somebody, you don't get the overall off rip and their stuff, but it is what it is. We'll find out after this, but I like it. I like it. And the Texans end up going with outside linebacker Caleb Rowland. Him I was not the most impressed with. Now, let's see who the Lions end up going for. Like I said, I believe that's the guy that they were projected taking the mock. So, taking the player away from them, we always take that. So, who are they going to end up taking here? It's going to be Kendrick Barnett. I believe that was the number 1 D tackle here in this draft. All right, we're going to trade out completely. We're going to move with the San Francisco 49ers. We're just getting out this first round. I'm not sure exactly. Some of the guys that I got on the board, I feel like they can kind of be had maybe in that second round potentially. Yeah, I mean, if we miss out on them, it's not the end of the world either. So, we kind of got one of the 2 guys I was mainly after once I was kind of looked through everything. So, I'm going to move into the second round. We don't have a second round pick either, so that's also why I kind of want to see if we can get some. We got other, like, we might have some better picks from other teams, but, well, the Dolphins actually might be better. Well, we're still getting a little bit more out of San Fran, but, like, the Lions are giving up too, but I also don't want to give, and so are the Vikings. I also don't want to be giving them, but also I'm not trying to not pick into the third round either. Now, that's also part of the reason why. So we're going to make a deal with San Fran. Also going to get a first rounder for next year too, so that'll help us out as well. So we're going to completely move out of the first round here, and yep, we're going to go ahead and, I guess I'll go ahead and send it to my next pick. Hopefully the draft board doesn't get, shredded too badly. All right, let's see if there's a bunch of damage. One of the top quarterbacks is still up here. And Jamal Gallery is still here, so that's interesting to see. So that might be good value for us, because he was a guy, actually for the most part, I feel like our board stayed intact quite a bit. That's not too bad. So Gallery projected first to second round might not be a bad, value pick up here in the second round. All right, we're going Jamal Gallery. It's going to be another DN to add to this. It's looking like becoming a pretty solid front. See how this ends up working out. Hidden Dev, 87 strength. We don't have really much anything else. 83 speed, not bad either. 6'6", 270 out of Arkansas, so not bad. We'll see how this all ends up working out for us. But, hey, we take Hidden Devs all day, every day. All right, well, our next pick is not into the third round. So, hopefully, once again, our board isn't too gutted badly. If it is, we might start moving up out of here. And it does get kind of gutted. So, it looks like some guys went maybe a little sooner than what they may have been projected, like on this left side column. We don't know what the talent side column is, but Darren Mitchell is third to fourth round. He is a D tackle. Kind of got some guys down there. He's this dude, yeah, he had elite reps. So when it comes to the bench press, only problem is his block shedding isn't the highest. So that also could be why he might still be here. You know what? The Jets are offering us up a third and a fourth, so that actually might help us a little bit right now. The Jags are offering a second round for next year, but the Jags won the Super Bowl, so that might not end up being the best pick. So it sounds like they might have figured some things out now that I'm not in that division with the Titans. So then we're going to take the Jets deal. We'll move back a few spots, and we'll also pick up a fourth rounder. And what was that? I wasn't paying attention. That may have been a 6 or 7. I don't know what that other pick exactly was, but yep, let's get a move on. Let's move on to our next pick, which looks like is pick 30. And well, our D tackle did end up going. I was hoping he was going to be more on the fourth round selection, but fortunately, looks like Ezekiel Harrison is the last guy standing for us that is on the board, which is not bad. I mean, he's got pretty solid speed. Problem is, The other guy I probably would have preferred more. He was a little bit even more faster. So at this point, I don't know. We're kind of in that spot, kind of how I was in that first franchise with the Titans in the first draft. There's not much here that I'm really ecstatic about. All right, well, it's kind of becoming that type of game. We're trading out. I mean, I still want to take some people, but right now it's just not a lot. And I feel like you kind of get this way with some of these drafts. And I didn't do anything with like the draft class strength, so that may have also kind of affected how we're going with this one. So that could also, may have impacted how our first draft went with on the Connected franchise I had going on too, the live stream series. So yeah, I think we're just gonna end up start kind of picking some guys. If that dude, okay, so the running back we were also interested in is officially gone too. So now it's just kind of I guess pick and hope. Yeah, because we're in a full battle. I'm about to say, man, who are all these undrafted guys? I stand corrected. We might actually be done drafting. How many players we take? 2, 3? Because oh my goodness, this is not a good draft at all. All right, pretty much been trading out of every pick. There's a guy here, though, that might not be too bad. 6'1", 177 pounds. He's on the older side, but he's a deep threat wide receiver out of Ohio State. He runs a 4.36 speed. Pretty solid. He's top 5 in the 40-yard dash on both sides. He was also the number 1 3 cone drill. 20-yard shuttle, not the best, but pretty solid vertical jump as well. But sounds like he has some issues with drops, though, so maybe that might be an issue with us. But you know what? I feel like, we're in the 6th round. Might as well take a shot. Don't want him leaving anywhere. So 93 speed, 98 acceleration. Wow. The dude's a flyer. Normal dev. Not surprised by that part, but not bad. All right, this is our final pick of the draft. Get the first pick in the 7th round. We're just going to take a shot in the dark on some quarterback. He's the number 1 guy up here. He's projected to be undrafted, but at this point, it really does not matter. 86 throw power, 77 speed is actually faster than I thought it was going to end up being, but we don't have any info on anybody. He had an A short accuracy, B medium, D deep. So, I mean, it's just kind of throw a shot in the dark in case, Fields and decides not to stay healthy. I mean, this dude might end up being better than what we got backing up now. So, who knows? But that is going to do it for this draft. And, yeah, let's go ahead and take a look and see who are our new Chicago Bears. It's not many people, though. I tell you that right now. We did not bring in a lot of folks at all. And we officially come away with 4 draft picks. And good grief, this quarterback is barely better than Mike Pages overall. So, yeah, 4 players we ended up taking in the draft. Basically had 2 players drafted this entire draft. I mean, we kind of, screwed around anyway. But a 78 overall cornerback, Isaiah Craig, not bad, 22 years old. I think it was like 5'11" or something like that, but 95 speed, 94 acceleration. Jamal Gallery, D-end, 83 speed and 83 acceleration, 87 strength, so not too bad. He's 75 overall. That Lonnie McCallum dude ended up being a 70 overall, even though he's a normal dev, so not too bad at all. Change the direction, though, for Isaiah Craig is a 95 here. We'll take a look at his other stuff if we can get to it. Sheesh. Comes in with 77 zone and 77 man and 78 zone, 75 press. Not bad at all. We'll take a look at Jamal coming in here with 79 power. Block sheds of 71. Not bad stuff at all. So, got some good stuff out of here. Not bad at all. Hopefully, they got good depth traits. We know at minimum they're going to be stars. So, I mean, they can't, can't get worse than that. Let's take a look, though, at what potentially we may have missed out on. I'm really curious what McDowell is going to end up being. Matthew Bankston, the first guy drafted. 78 overall, so it looks like he might be, he's one of the highest in the class. And actually, Isaiah Craig is tied for second highest. A running back by the Cowboys, oh boy. Normal depth, wow. Third highest, tied for the highest rated in your normal depth. That's crazy. Alex Booth, let's see what he ends up being. We're not going to look at our guys because I'd rather not be spoiled by it. Booth is going to end up being a star. So honestly, I thought there's a chance he could end up being normal. All right, McDowell, let's see what you were. Did we mess up by not trading up for him? We do not. He is a star dev, so that's makes you kind of feel a little bit better. It also makes you feel maybe a little bit worse, too, because I thought he was going to be somebody pretty damn solid. All right, the Vikings went up and traded for Trevor Widener, and he is normal dev. Wow. Oh, my. Warm weather state. Well, shit, he got everything bad over there. Good grief. That dude going to lead the first moment he can. Good grief. Just has solid throw power. Good throw. He can throw it short, but everything else, he needs a lot of work on. But he's not a slow boy either, though. 87 acceleration, 81 speed. So somebody we got to be able to keep contained. But, hey, we got guys for that. So let's take a look to see if we can find something. Okay, Levi Jordan, that was one of the ones. I do remember that. What did Levi end up being, boy? That dude got a big ass head. Levi is a superstar. Dang. That sucks. We missed out on the superstar, but it's all good, though. Dang. Kind of had him up there, but I wasn't sure, though. He was one of them. I mean, he's only a 7'2" overall, so he's somebody that's going to, I guess, get better with as he gets older. But that one I wasn't really sure on. Mike James is another guy we had on our board. Normal dev. Ooh. We avoided that one then. Sheesh. We'll take it. Although he still seems pretty decent though. Even though he's normal dev. I mean, he's 77 overall, so he's coming in decent. I mean, he can still grow into somebody. Alright, let's see if the Rams make the right call of quarterback. They may have. The Vikings may have screwed up. Sounds like the quarterback out of UT, Kane Thompson, may have been the one. He's just a star, so Matthew Stafford's replacement potentially there. Alright, well, we're just going to take a quick look at our division, see how their drafts ended up going. So first up is the Detroit Lions. Kendrick Barnett, 71 overall, 73 overall. They did take a quarterback. Okay. So we'll see what their first guy ended up being. He is hitting dev, so Vikings were very, very busy in the offseason, so curious if they had a good draft or not. And Barnett is just going to end up being a star. So hopefully we can avoid the superstars and X Factors. You have to see an X Factor. Actually, I don't even think I looked at the number one guy. The quarterback they drafted is hitting dev as well. Kevin Ramsey also just a star. So nothing really too crazy. I don't know if I want to go through every single one of them. But they have drafted so far. They're 3 for 3 on hitting. It's another star. All right, so after the first 3 guys, everybody else was normal dev. So that's good to see. Up next, the Packers. They didn't have a crazy amount of picks, but see who they end up bringing in. James Sampson, free safety. Looks like he's more known for the zone coverage. Star for him. He's taking over A.J. Dillon's number. Marshall Ferguson, also normal there. So they took a power back, but he's got a 99 break tackle out the gate. Oh, my gosh. Ain't nobody bringing his ass down. Damn. That's a positive see. Hopefully, their trajectory is going down. And finally, actually, real quick, Patriots had the number 1 pick. I'm curious who this guy they end up drafting. I'm curious if he's end up being a star, superstar. Is it going to be X Factor? Yet to see the X Factor, so there might not be one in this draft. And he's a star. Wow. Number 1 guy is just star dev. All right, let's see what the Vikings ended up doing. We know they took the quarterback, so he ended up being normal dev. They didn't have really many other picks, and only one other 70 overall they drafted. He is hitting dev, though. It's a left tackle. Hopefully he's just a star. We know he can't be higher than superstar. He is just a star. Okay, cool. Okay, they do have a DN down here that was hitting dev that they got in the later rounds. Luke Langham is also a star dev as well. So pretty much there's a bunch of star devs all over the place. Seems like 4th round, and their final pick ended up being a normal dev as well. So that's how the draft ended up going for everybody. So in our division. So for the most part, not really anything crazy. We got a couple hitting devs, but I mean we won't know. We know what the rivals have and other teams, but who knows how this is gonna end up shaking. But I need to adjust the roster stuff. I gotta move some pieces around and to kind of fit properly where I want people to play. So you know what? I think we're gonna end up just stopping right here. I'm gonna take a look at the draft class strength. I'm gonna try and get. I don't know what the best way to do it is. I think most people just kind of say do it like how you feel, but I don't know. I might do like a wheel or something type thing to kind of give me an idea of what. Just pick hey, maybe this year is the way to do it for this position and that position. So I don't know. Then somebody might have a better idea on like Reddit or some posts. Who knows? But that is going to do it for me, everybody. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you guys hit the like button. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys thought of the offseason for us. And if y'all prefer it this way or would y'all prefer maybe next time going live and doing it, I can bring you guys along with that. Just let me know. But that is going to do it for me once again. If you guys are new here, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button to stay up to date. Or if you guys have been enjoying the Bears content, if you haven't subscribed yet, hopefully this is allowing you to subscribe for more and further content here on the channel. But I'm out to next time, everybody. Hope you guys stay safe out there. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. God bless and peace. I'll catch you guys on Monday. Close it out, Future.
And it's the love from my fans got me still here.